I doubt that's the takeaway she was hoping for.
Did you really think you could just walk off with that?
Earned yourself some serious hazard pay on this one.
Sorry, Captain. Got nothing to offer right now. But I'm hoping to get some new reports in a little later.
But to speak frankly, holy fuck, that's incredible.
Vanguard work is as needed. When we've got jobs, we'll make them available to you. But the work itself, well, it runs the gamut. You should be real proud. It doesn't. But if that's who that sample is destined for, my bet he's former UC Xeno warfare, just like Hadrian. But if Sanan's got herself involved, it's gotta be serious.
I sure hope so. Pulling shit like that on the field would have serious consequences.
Wouldn't be right doing this where we couldn't see the stars. Sure. You'll be sent through a piloting simulation that'll allow us to evaluate your combat skills, how you behave under pressure. A gene tag? Let me see that. Standard seek and subdue. Check in with the handlers once you're on site. Wouldn't be surprised if you found it off of a pirate or something like that. Let me pull up the coordinates. There. Now, this something you want or not? Just 5 years. We've been hounding for some recruits with experience. Says here I can even offer you a bonus along with your signing advance. Psychological results are all within expected levels. We've also been conscripted to help with some targeted terramorph cleanup. Get a jump on the TMD's extermination duties.
Start getting the next of kin informed. I'm sorry your first mission had to be such a tragic one. The universe can be a real cruel place.
All right, here's what I've got. Vanguard volunteer by the name of Moera. Helps patrol the old neighborhood. Sol, Mars, Neptune, you know. He's convinced he deserves a promotion, which to him means a transfer, a command post, maybe a new ship and a big office. Considering her history, reaching out to the UC probably wasn't the easiest decision, which means that must be a pretty important sample. Sometimes you might be hunting down hostile ships on behalf of the UC Navy. I'll let the techs know you think so highly of their work, and make a note you've got prior combat experience. UC set up a food processing facility there during the Colony War, but when the war was over, it was too remote to justify the fuel costs. I understand. It's a big decision. Think about it. Come back when you're ready. You get your kicks flying too close to stars? Because you're putting out some interesting radiation. Any level of force required to deal with the threat. So, still interested?
Did she say why? That's a hell of a first mission, Captain. I'm sorry you had to go through that.
And if for some reason you do run into trouble, don't forget, it's your job to protect those who need it. And put in your time and you're guaranteed UC citizenship and everything that comes with it. Discounts on UC goods and medical services, chance to own a place in New Atlantis. Captain, Admiral Logan informed me of your part in halting the attacks. Whole damn city owes you. Now, what do you need? Can't spell Marines without Mars. Well, this is one of the more surprising debriefs I've ever been a part of.
Harith can tell you exactly what's been REQ'd.
I just need to know, if that were the case, then that part of your life is in the past. They work out of the ship, the UC Vigilance, though the support request was a little vague on what your actual duties would be if you decided you want to lend a hand. Oh, that's the spirit.
Knock those out, and you could have UC credits fill in your pockets before sunup. So, you want to get started?
No major settlements on Tau Ceti. No real active industry either. Doesn't make for a big target. Good hunting, Captain. Head there and send that tango to its maker.
The place is remote, so Brass wants to send someone with sufficient tech know-how to be able to assess and rectify if possible.
Real glad to hear it. All right, let's begin. Check in with the Asili squad once you get there. Not every job's glamorous, but the Vanguard only gets called in for the ones where there's a chance of seeing action. Have some questions? Sounds like pirates this time, but I'd suggest you be prepared for anything. I'll presume you're just an expert in UC history then. Well, I've got to say, this is a first. I've never had a Class 1 citizen in my ranks before. Congratulations, Captain. Notes mention a spacer presence in that sector, so be ready for a nasty one. But there's a reason they wrote, "Here be dragons" on the map edge. So if it were me, I'd hope for the best and arm for the worst.
Londonian. She said that. Understood.
Good. We can just jump to that last bit again. 8 years service. Vanguard likes people who think outside the box. Even authorized me to offer you a small signing bonus. Head down to the spaceport and talk to Crew Chief Harath. He'll get you the repair suite plus your new recruit kit. That can't be it, right? Oh, I went ahead and authorized the highest specialist pay grade we've got as soon as it was decided you'd be doing this work. You're getting top dollar. I think we've got a place here in the Vanguard for you. Curiosity and resourcefulness are skills our recruits need. Not sure if there's any relation, though. That section of the database is above my pay grade. But now I guess you have two options on how to proceed. Head to the UC Vigilance and help out SysDef, or deliver that sample.
That, though, was all I'm at liberty to say. Wouldn't really be thinking on your feet if I told you what to expect, now would it?
Sanan. I know that name. What do you think you're doing? Oh, you found the debug system in the simulator. Nicely done. See, if they couldn't make the place efficient enough to be profitable, I wouldn't be shocked to find out one of their upgrades knocked out their comms. All sorted? Good. Then we can just jump to that last bit. Whenever you're ready. The motto of the Vanguard is Supra et Ultra. Above and beyond.
Right. But what did Sanan say about the sample?
Any chance to bag some bugs, right? Well, we can provide. Check the mission terminal over there. Should have all the details. You killed a terramorph on your first mission. If I could be frank for a moment, holy shit. Or you could help the TMD in cleaning up terramorphs. Extermination work. I can make that happen.
So, you ready to head out?
Felt the need for B to die, huh? Not a great look for members of the Vanguard, killing the locals, even if they are simulated.
But if you're that interested, I'm happy to help you get started in applying to join the UC Vanguard right now. From here, the three co-equal divisions of the UC government work together to advance the cause of the colonies. Regardless, she's someone who knows aliens. If she thinks this is important, it probably is. So, does she tell you why exactly she wants that sample delivered? Attackers were Ecliptic affiliated, so I'd bust out the big guns. Oh, excuse me for keeping you waiting. Let's get to it. Put that back! And what I've got is comms repair. Group trying to refurb an old colony war processing plant on Tau Ceti 2. Sounds like they'd barely gotten set up when their communications died. Did she say why? We're the furthest line of the UC fleet. Could use a hand clearing out some United Colonies airspace. Suppose that's true. Well, we can remedy that right now. I've sent the details to the mission terminal over there. The Vanguard spacesuit. It's a symbol of our dedication to the cause of United Colony security. Not a problem. I'll keep the slate handy just in case. Find the deadliest, most terrifying aliens in the galaxy and have them fight on the side of the UC. But with all that squared, it's time to get you a new assignment. Well, look who's back. Everything go all right with the exam? Or did you have some questions you needed answered first? Place is as isolated as they come. So Brass wants a Vanguard to deliver the repair suite and ensure anyone present is safe and secure. Nothing on offer right now. But as soon as I've got another sighting, it's all yours. Whoa. Where have I heard that line before? There was also a pretty infamous Admiral Sanan, known as Victus, that was executed after the Colony War. Oh, and I got a request from Dr. Walker. Wanted your help collecting biological samples to keep an eye out for any, new alien threats on the horizon. And if you've got any questions, I'm happy to answer them. And her sending you to me first makes me think she's actually trying to do this above board. 10-year service. Better than your average lab rat or diplomat, but pretty standard for folks going out into combat. Military used to have a pretty narrow view of where the best pilots came from. In their eyes, it was UC or bust. Help! Murder! Huh. You really do know your way around machines, don't you? I'll make sure that's noted. The citizens of Tau Ceti are counting on you here. Super et Ultra, Captain. I swear they start cheating at that level, but the techs claim it's fair. Either way, you've got the skills the Navy needs. The Vanguard isn't about to turn you down just because of what happened with SysDef. So long as you can assure me that part of your life is in the past. Just say I do, Chuckles. I'd like you to deliver this message to Bastion on my behalf. The full authority of Vanguard leadership. But considering her service record and her area of expertise, I'm not seeing a reason to think this request is anything other than genuine. You're authorized to eliminate any hostiles you find in that sector. Not something I'd ever choose for myself, but understandable. We're just heading outside. I'm gonna let you take some time to rethink that answer, all right? Come back when you've had a change of heart. Now, the way this works from here, you'll come to me. I'll give you any tasks relevant to your skills and experience. I'll take care of the paperwork and ensure you get your credits. Right now, your orders are to help Sanan.
There'll be a shoot of firearm and some grenades you'll need to show you can use.
Vanguard space missions, hunting morphs, or helping Dr. Walker. Any of that work sound interesting to you? So, you ready to review it? Ah, what have we got here? Another daring pilot ready to join the UC Vanguard? Glad to hear it. Signing up simple. That Terramorph doesn't have a prayer. Now what can I do for you? Then let's get to him. I'll handle things with the brass. You just make sure that sample gets to Mars. I doubt that's the takeaway she was hoping for. Take another run at this, shall we? Ready to finish a mission debrief? Sounds like we've got more to discuss. Given the subject matter, I think we might want to at least explore the possibility. Was worried you might have gotten cold feet. You ready to make this official then? Take your oath and join up?
City life's not for everyone, I guess, but a lot of folks would kill for that kind of real estate.
We're not going far. Never saw any of the deployments myself, but the program was clearly enough of a success that when the war came to an end 20 years ago, both sides agreed to have the practice banned. Though working around the system instead of in it isn't the way this test is supposed to be done. Now, we just take those scores together and we'll have your final results. How long you'll have to serve before you'll be granted your citizenship. No need to thank me. You brought this on yourself. Wouldn't be right doing this where we couldn't see the skies. Not right doing this in the lobby. All right. Can't blame me for trying, right? I mean, I still haven't given up on getting Sarah to re-enlist. The process starts with registration down in the orientation hall. Or did you have a question? Any of those missions call to you? Documentation suggests Ecliptic might be involved in the attack, so I take extra precautions. Excellent. Just need to do a little paperwork. An orientation on the UC, and knock out an exam, and a probationary mission. We need to know you'll be able to hack it out there after all. No worries, Sarah. I'm not forgetting about you or our little business afterwards. Promise. Not possible. Vanguard's open to all comers. No matter where you were born, you can join. So long as you don't have a bounty on your head.
So, I doubt that was the result you were expecting, but there's still a place for you here. Let's see what make this official. You ready to take your oath?
But, if none of the settlers made it, who's got you delivering this sample? Well, all right. Don't worry, though. It's not going to affect your score. It's just, different is all. You're not in the Freestar Collective here. Vanguard keeps its work above board. You want in? You have to do it the same as everyone else. And that starts with the oath. Co-head of the UC Xenoweapons Division. Faced tribunal at the end of the Colony War. It was dismissed not long after they banned xeno-warfare. I'll take care of the clearances and ensure you get your credits. Notation mentioned Crimson Fleet, so I'd be ready for a scrap. Now, serving any of the UC's divisions grants citizenship, but scientific and admin positions in the UC tend to be real competitive. Of course. Help! Someone's being attacked! Just 3 years. Guess a top 99th percentile piloting score will do that. Plus a hefty signing bonus to boot. Not gonna get a better offer than that. The exam's just a simulation. Only way you'll be hurt there is if you trip on your way inside. Officer's honor, Sarah. This is honest work for honest credits. Did she now? A Sealy's team should be there when you arrive. No one's born a citizen of the United Colonies. It's earned through service to any of the UC's 3 branches, military, scientific, or administrative. Let me check the database. Pickpocket! Stop! So what do you say? Are you ready to commit to the cause of the colonies? All right, I'll let it slide. No good for the recruiting office to be seen arguing with one of our own anyway. I surrender. Can't blame me for trying, right? Once you've wrapped up the exam, come back and we can go over your results. Or did you need some information from me first? Should have all the information you might need to get started. Looks like it's Varun's zealots this time. Go send them back to their maker. Now, raise your hand. An alert came up on your file. Said you were the one working with SysDef when they went belly up against the Crimson Fleet.
Bunch of ranchers trying to restart an abandoned colony war processing facility. Sounds like they'd barely gotten set up before their comms gave out. What? How'd you walk away with a Terramorph tissue sample dropping off a set of antennas? What happened to the settlers?
All told, it'll probably only feel like a decade. Maybe only 5 years depending on need. Only ever met a couple myself. At least, not on mission 1. We only want people who are willing to commit. Are you ready for that? Higher-ups wanted to make sure you know how much they appreciate what you've done.
Captain, welcome back. All set with that first mission? We can do your debrief and get you your credits whenever you're ready.
The type of person who, if they hand you a strange sample of alien tissue, you do exactly what they ask. Preferably with gloves on.
If she thinks this is important, it probably is. So did she tell you why exactly she wants that sample delivered?
Yeah, bring a coloring book. You get so used to seeing red, you'll forget what blues and greens look like. Well, other than becoming a member of the greatest faction in the galaxy, you'd get access to discounted services on any UC world. Credits to help you get on your feet. Let it be your shield against any threat you may face in your service. Major Sanan and Dr. Walker said they'd be able to scramble into Seeley's team PDQ.
Of course.
Suppose that's true. Well, we can remedy that right now. Do what you gotta. I like to make sure all my people get a little moment when they sign up. Welcome back, applicant. Just got your scores in. Should we start going through them? Just hop into the elevator. You want the button for Vanguard Orientation Hall. I'll take that. Thank you. All restrictions are off on this Terramorph mission. You deal with it however you see fit. Or did you have something to report? Understandable. Most people would prefer to earn their citizenship behind a desk rather than in combat.
But, if none of the settlers made it, who's got you delivering this sample?
Oh, sorry, but no. UC citizenship is all earned based on service. They should have covered this in your civic lessons. Go figure. Skies are looking clear right now. Come back later. I'm sure someone will stir up some trouble.
Good by the numbers passage.
I'm sure she doesn't list it at the top of her resume. So, you thought more about joining us. City life's not for everyone, I guess. But a lot of folks would kill for that kind of real estate. Not exactly a ringing endorsement, but good to know. Co-head of one of the UC Xenoweapons divisions. Faced tribunal at the end of the Colony War. And was dismissed from duty. So, congratulations on making Class 1.
12 years.
Sol System is a lot of planets, but a vet like Moera will be checking in at Sidonia on the regular. That degree of honesty is always refreshing, if nothing else. Be on your guard out there. This mission may be probationary, but that doesn't mean it'll be a walk in the park. Great. Details will be in the mission terminal. Good hunting. Someone do something! Reports suggest you'll be going up against Ecliptic. Time to remind them what the UC's capable of. Hadrian Sinon, the Xenoweapons expert, asks you to deliver an alien tissue sample. I'll take care of the clearances and ensure you get your credits. Hadrian. Captain, crossed paths with Hadrian Sinon earlier. Said you've been invaluable to her. Keep it up. Now, was there something you needed? Of course. You've earned some R&R. Once you're rested up and ready to head out there again, you come see me. But if you've got any questions, I can get you sorted. I'm sure you two can handle it. So it's the Vanguard's job to find them and get them to fly for us. Be that through mutual defense, political and diplomatic strength, or scientific discovery. Me? 6, 7 years now? Was a recon squad commander in a former life. So it wasn't too big a jump bossing around foreign pilots instead. Just the person I was hoping to see. Back to discuss enlisting, I hope. What do you think you're doing? Do us proud. Notation says that Sinon already faced punishment for her actions during the war. Dismissal from the UC military.
How does you know what, it's not important. You're alive? Largely unharmed.
But if Hadrian Sinon thinks this sample needs to get to Mars, then we're going to make sure it gets to Mars. Now, should we get to administering that oath? Tier 6. You cleared Tier 6. A researcher. Let me see that. Checked out a few of the murals. Good. If you're still interested, only one thing left to do to make this official. Your oath. You want to go ahead and sign up? Here we go. Service record. Wow. That's a lot of commendations. Seems like she served with distinction as... Now, if there wasn't anything else, I suggest you move out. No need to say any more. I know what it's about. You ready to head out right now? What are you doing? And while that is still on the table, I think it'll need to take a back seat. Oldest planet still inhabited by humans, 300 years running, and it looks it.
Overall, impressive show on adaptability.
That the sort of thing you're looking for? Oh, wait, we've met. You think about my offer to join the Vanguard? Still a great opportunity for a spacefarer like yourself to earn their UC citizenship. Let us see your piloting skills, evaluate how you behave under pressure, all without any risk of you inadvertently getting blown out an airlock. MASS is short for Military Administrative and Scientific Triumvirate.
The better you do in there, the less time you'll have to serve to get your citizenship, and the better chance have of earning a signing bonus.
You better not. Actions like this are a red flag. Means you'll have to earn trust before getting assignments with more. Gravity.
Do you swear to protect and defend the citizens of the United Colonies to the best of your abilities? The Vanguard's been a quality assignment.
So, you still passed. That sounds like we're going to start with you on a tight leash.
So, you ready to help out the people of Tau Ceti too? Captain, Something up? Right, but what did Sanan say about the sample? Did your survivor, Hadrian, did she mention why she thinks this sample's so special? Though, this output. Wait, you hacked into the actual debug system? Take the elevator down to the Vanguard Orientation Hall. You can get started at any of the registration terminals. The system will walk you through the rest. I guess I'll take it. Now, that out of the way, you ready to take a look at those exam scores? See how you did? Then let me be the first to officially welcome you to the United Colonies Vanguard. Oh, he goes way back. Think he was recruit number 81 or something.
Well, just to make it crystal clear, even if that's not some bullshit answer you're throwing at me, this is not the way we do it.
Just don't say it around any Marines if you want to keep your teeth. He's Martian, born and raised. Not like I can get anyone else to care. It's yours to do with it as you like now. Though I can't promise many choice assignments if I find it ends up in the discount bin at UC Exchange. Sometimes we just need some additional cargo support. First, though, all UC service people, provisional or otherwise, are required to swear an oath. You think you're ready for that? That is where we serve. Beyond the furthest reaches of the United Colonies military, and with honor and duty above reproach. Sounds good. Can find all the details on the mission terminal. Good hunting, Captain. Now, if that's a deal breaker, I won't be offended if you walk away. But this is the military. The chance of conflict is kind of in the job description.
Moves like that out in the field would have consequences. Big ones.
You're authorized to use whatever force required to bring down those hostile ships. Now what's up? Fly smart out there. Not the first time I've heard that. See that you do. Just leaves one more set of results. Ready to hear them? Head to that location and take down any hostiles you encounter. So, sounds to me like we've got Vanguard material on our hands. Still interested in enlisting? Just one last piece of business we need to take care of first. Now, a person can draw a lot of conclusions from an outcome like that. You being one of the few who walked away from that battle. But just remember, Vanguard demands ebb and flow. You're not going to be doing a mission every day. It's not going to be your whole life. Sanan faced her punishment, so I wouldn't worry there. She may not officially be with the UC anymore, but that doesn't mean we can't help her. We'd provide you with a standard signing advance, plus the bonus you earned, along with all the tools you'll need for your probationary mission. Your physiological results are eerily calm. Not a vital spike to be seen. Oh, and your advance. So, can the people of Tau Ceti 2 count on you? All you've got to do is pass an exam showing you've got what it takes to survive out there, and you can start earning your citizenship today. Okay, these coordinates should get you to your first target. There. You're just what the Vanguard's been looking for. Do some good for the people of the United Colonies while earning your citizenship. And credits to boot. Sure thing. Register yourself at the terminals in the lobby, and the exam system will get you to where you need to go.
Hey, did you say terrormorph? On Tau Ceti? Holy shit.
Now, I'm not expecting action, but this job needs someone capable of handling whatever the fringe worlds might throw at them. It's got the potential to be a pretty quiet trip. Had a question? Then let me be the first to officially welcome you to the Vanguard, provisional member, and to give you this. The specifics of the mission vary by what's available at the time, but we're not about to ask you to storm a Crimson Fleet base or whatever. Do you know him well? What do you think of him?
But sure, you know when they banned xenowarfare post-colony war.
Hadrian Sanin, the Xenoweapons expert, asked you to deliver an alien tissue sample?
Hey, nothing wrong with a little refresh between patrols. And sometimes we just need cargo support. What can I do for you? Not that they're required or anything, but naturally inquisitive folks tend to do well in this organization. Where were we then? Ah, your uniform. Just need to... Coordinates sent. I'm serious about that recruitment offer, by the way. You just come talk to me when you're ready. UC is a good friend to have. Sometimes you might be working with the science division to hunt down invasive species, or hell, even the occasional terrormorph. Get you the credits you've earned, then send you out on your probationary mission. Witnesses say their attackers appear to be Varun craft, so I'd bring the meanest firepower you've got. Right. Got so wound up bringing you on board, I almost forgot.
Captain, this is one of the stranger mission debriefs I've ever been a part of.
Just the way the Navy likes it.
All right, let's get you the details. Mission specs the same as before. Find the morph and exterminate. So, looking at the data?
I see.
Everything all right?
A researcher? Let me see that.
I like the fire, applicant. Let's get into it. Word is he's got some fancy metal ornament he's been showing off to the old grounders. Matches that description Sarah gave me. You really know how to keep your cool. Exactly what the Navy's looking for in our recruits. But I can't promise it'll be risk-free. The UC sends us on jobs because there could be combat. This mission would be no different. So, are you good to get started? Or you might be called up to help the science division clean up some invasive species. Hell, we've even been asked to help take on the occasional terramorph. You'd even be able to buy property right here in New Atlantis. Citizenship unlocks it all. And signing up for the Vanguard is the fastest way to earn it. Yeah. Still need to tell me who it was that asked you to make this delivery with all the settlers dead. Now go give them hell. Super et ultra, Captain. But, where were we? Place is primarily an industrial hub at this point. Shipyards, mining. Takes a tough sort to last on Mars. Why the UC gets so many Marines from there. If you've got a ship in the metal needed to fly alongside the greatest Navy in the galaxy, you're exactly who we're looking for. He's Martian, born and raised. Not like I can get anyone else to care. Just out the front door and across the plaza, by the embassies. Look for the Aphelion sign. I only know her by reputation. The animal and its handlers should be waiting when you arrive. You're all to subdue the morph, and then the handlers will take care of getting it to Londinian. Real young when she got the post, too. Still, heard she was a damn talented officer. But they shuttered her unit when they banned xeno-warfare post-colony war. So then, looking at your results as a whole, if you decided to sign up for the Vanguard, you'd have your UC citizenship after... I'll take care of your clearances and ensure you get your credits. Your job right now is to help Sinan. So then, looking at your results as a whole, and presuming you're successful in completing your probationary mission, you could have your UC citizenship after only... Got a mission bringing some peace to UC skies. All right, I'll forward the details to you. Should have them before you hit Atmo.
It looks like you figured out how to hack B. Good indicator, being able to find all the tools at your disposal.
They're coming, Captain. You've got my word. Only clear Tier 2, huh? Real young when she got the post, too. Still, heard she was a damn talented officer. But they shuttered her unit when they banned xeno-warfare post-colony war.
So, overall, a nice clean passage on adaptability.
I did actually have another mission lined up for you. Supporting UC system defense against the Crimson Fleet. If Hadrian Sinan thinks this sample needs to get to Mars, then we're gonna make sure it gets to Mars. You'll have to ask him. But Vanguard volunteers have retrieval rights if they get into a scrap. The better you do, the less time you have to serve to get your UC citizenship, and the better chance you'll have at earning a nice signing bonus.
And if for some reason you do run into trouble, don't forget, it's your job to protect those who need it.
If we look at your scores combined, if you join the Vanguard today, barring any exceptional acts of valor, you'd have your citizenship after...
Hell, if we turned down every former pirate trying to get back on the straight and narrow, we'd be without some of our finest pilots. Not that I'm saying that applies here. Hadrian Sinan asks you to deliver an alien tissue sample? Just say I do, funny guy. Anything for Sarah. UC always takes care of its own. Even the prodigal children. All the financial benefits should have already been applied to your account. Only way a foreign captain could even dream of seeing those sorts of benefits. So, you want in? It's... what? That's a hell of a probationary mission. Takes some serious grit to make it through an experience like that. But to get into your penthouse, you'll have to pay a visit to the Aphelion Realty office. They should be able to grant you access. All you've got to do is pass a flight exam and make it through one probationary mission and you're in. Ah, want to be the first in the TMD to bag a bug, huh? Well, all right. I believe we got a couple sightings already logged.
Now, can you tell me what you said about that sample?
Vanguard's also got some custom ship modifications. You'll be cleared for access to them next time you're down at the spaceport. Talk to ship services. Once you've successfully completed your probationary mission, you could have your UC citizenship after only meet new people, judge them on a series of diverse criteria, get them out there helping people who need it. Now, how'd you do against your foes? Captain, got a moment?
Prove to us we're not sending you to your own death, but everything in Zone is simulated, combat included.
Here. Your mission compensation, plus hazard pay. You earned it? Now, was there anything else you wanted to discuss? Not at the moment, but I figure you probably wouldn't mind a little break after running into a job like that.
We'd provide you with the standard signing advance, along with all the tools you'll need for your probationary mission. Hey, Sarah's friend. You come to enlist at long last? Start earning your stripes with the Vanguard? Right, your exam results. You ready to hear how you stacked up? Sorry to hear it. If you decide you want to enlist, we've always got room for new applicants. 20 years of service. Huh, Looks like your overall scores were... Well, it was pretty close. Welcome back. Here to finally take your shot at joining the Vanguard? I'll keep an eye out for your results. A lot of our finest pilots showed that kind of curiosity and resourcefulness in their tests. At which point, I presume, this tribunal decided to cut Sinan loose. Wants to keep this an isolated incident. Makes sense. A lot worse assignments out there. Head down to the spaceport and speak to Crew Chief Harath. He'll get you where you need to go. For the exam, we'll be putting you through a combat flight simulation. Good luck out there, Vanguard. There are your standard Vanguard missions, putting those pilot skills to use defending UC space. 10 years service. Pretty standard for combat assignments. But your performance in the simulator does mean I can offer a signing bonus. Help convince you to join the cause. Oh my God! That's good to hear, but it's on you to prove it. Just keep your nose clean and we won't have any issues. Look who's back. All set with that probationary mission? We can do your debrief and formally welcome you into the Vanguard whenever you're ready. Only by reputation. During the Colony War, she was the person in charge of tracking down alien species for the UC to deploy on the battlefield. Co-head of a UC Xenoweapons division. Faced tribunal at the end of the Colony War. And was dismissed from duty. A lot of this data's been classified. So, you want to make this official? Commit yourself to the cause of the colonies? Hey! Give that back! Critter collection. I've got one, sure.
Oh, seems you found one of the alternate solutions. Outside the box thinker.
And to uphold the values of the Vanguard. Honor, loyalty, self-reliance in all your actions as a member of the United Colonies Navy. He's going to be the first and only recipient of a new commendation. Quite an honor. I hope he appreciates it. Your physiological results are... that's odd. System couldn't get a read on you. Now, for the probationary mission. We select those specifically to ease you into the type of work you'll be doing here. Make sure you're capable of handling things on your own. What do we got here? Another applicant to the UC Vanguard? I can provide. All three are long-term projects, so we should have action available to you for the foreseeable future. Please, give him my regards. Yeah, you mentioned. Want to tell me how you walked away with a terramorph tissue sample assisting with comms repairs? What happened to the settlers? That's good to hear. Just keep your nose clean and I'm sure we'll get along just fine. Someone help me! What can I do for you, applicant? So, you ready to do the deed? All right. I received some good advice from someone in the Vanguard recently, and I'm gonna run with it. Okay. Didn't see that one coming. Of course. It's clear you've got the talent the Vanguard is looking for.
You're only gonna get hurt if you're irresponsible.
This way. Inquisitive folks tend to do well around here.
Hadrian.
Hey, give that back! Everything squared away? Vanguard still has a place for you if you're interested. Do well. You'll be out there keeping the peace in no time. Not every job's glamorous, but the Vanguard only gets called in for the ones where there's a chance of seeing action. Wherever the UC needs us, the Vanguard is there. Good hunting.
I'm real sorry to hear that. Well, I'm glad you were able to make it back to report. We can get a Marine anti-Xeno squad out there to clean house.
But if Hadrian Sinan thinks this sample needs to get to Mars, then we're gonna make sure it gets to Mars. That's, well, I guess that's a woman who'd know her aliens. You got... none of them. Trouble. At least a couple of crafts worth from the sound of it. And we don't expect them to play nice, so you'd be weapons free on this mission.
Sort of stuff a foreign captain could normally only dream of.
So then, looking at your results as a whole, and factoring in that you managed to utilize all the tools at your disposal, washed out after Tier 1, huh? For the probationary mission, though, we'll be sending you out on a job all on your own. Let it be your shield against any threat you may face in your service. First things first, head down to the orientation hall and get signed up at the registration terminal. System will walk you through the rest. Something to report?
I'll take care of your clearances and ensure you get your credits. Your job right now is to help Sinan. Above and beyond doesn't really begin to describe it.
Well, all right. I'll get the mission specs sent to your ship. Super et Ultra, Captain. If Hadrian Sinan thinks this sample needs to get to Mars, then we're gonna make sure it gets to Mars. Clearly, patience isn't his strong suit. I thought the constant stream of messages was a bit much, but if he's gonna be sending people here, just generally see if we think you can hack it up there. Take your time. Sounds like we're clearing out a snake nest this time. Varun zealots. So be ready for a real scrap.
Captain. There's something I can do for you.
Let it be your shield against any threat you may face in your service. Tier 4. Not too shabby. It's not a small job, keeping the galaxy's mercantile class safe from death and dismemberment. so they're constantly undermanned. Co-head of the UC Xeno Weapons Division. Faced tribunal at the end of the Colony War, and was dismissed from duty.
That, though, is all I'm at liberty to say. Wouldn't really be thinking on your feet if I told you exactly what to expect, now would it?
I see.
You killed a terrormorph. On your first mission? You have my honest sympathy for what you just had to go through, Captain. Hadrian Sanin asked you to deliver an alien tissue sample?
Head to that sector and show those craft how the Vanguard does it. The techs make us test each level of the sim too. I can tell you that wave are some real artificial bastards. Good job putting them away. Only what's in the database. Another space explorer. Hey, you ever think of joining up with the Vanguard? Help the United Colonies, earn some credits, even get your UC citizenship? Hey, that isn't yours! She thinks there could be more of these? More likely you'll be making a drop-off to some UC citizens in an area that's outside normal naval patrols. There'll be a risk of hostile contacts, but that's far from guaranteed.
But if Sanin's got herself involved, it's got to be serious.
Sure thing. What do you want to know? And the credits should be in your accounts now. Sanan. Transferring that to you? Done. You interested? Well, let's get to it then. Complete that to our satisfaction, and you'll be made a full captain of the Vanguard before you know it.
Then congratulations, Captain, and welcome to the Vanguard.
Interested in doing some good for the people of the United Colonies, all while earning your citizenship and credits to boot? Let me have them. So these are your numbers that just came through then. You ready to hear how you did? Sure. He'll have all the specifics. If you find yourself looking for more work, you know where to find me. About that, I'll get the mission specs sent your way. Good luck out there, and here, so everyone knows you're working with the Vanguard. Welcome to the Navy, Captain.
The place is remote, but only recently populated, so it tends to be pretty quiet. Should be a nice, easy first run.
Above and beyond doesn't really begin to describe it now, does it? I'll make sure you've got the proper clearances for either path. Or you could head out to clean up some terrormorphs. Impression I got is we're going to be handling quite a bit of that. Don't have any sightings at the moment. Check back a little later. Take your time. You do have full run of your ship, after all. It's a high honor. Have to do something big for the colonies to earn that sort of designation. In the run-up to the Colony War, the UC started a program with a singular goal.
Only by reputation. During the Colony War, she was the person in charge of tracking down aliens for the UC to deploy on the battlefield.
I'll be out as well. Very nice. You want to play nice with the locals, even when they don't play nice back, is key to success in the Vanguard.
While that is still on the table, I think you'll need to take a back seat.
Makes you a possible candidate for working alongside the UC Science Division once you've got a couple missions under your belt.
Ah, there you are. Believe we've got some, things to discuss, applicant.
Out on the fringe, you're as much a dignitary as a soldier.
Sounds like spacers tried scrapping some ships, with their pilots still in them. Go show them the error of their ways. Just, don't try and boss around folks from the other branches anytime soon. They don't think it's funny. You kidding? Lowest posting request rate in the whole fleet. Only thing there the UC cares about is Mars, and no one wants to go to Mars. They want to get off Mars. Help! I'm being attacked! All right, take care of them. Come back. These folks need our help. It's a big decision. Warrants some reflection. Yeah, for the former head of the UC Xeno Warfare Division. Though I guess she'd know a thing or two about aliens, wouldn't she? Those vessels are about to learn what it means to get on the UC's bad side. Or did you not come for a pep talk? Consider these your first official orders. With the Terramorph Management Division coming online, you've got plenty to choose from. She was UC Xeno Warfare during the Colony War. Banned now. But it was her team's job to find and breed aliens for use in combat. Don't try that again. A point in the future test pilot column for sure. Captain's the general designation for the Vanguard's pilots. Report says ships at these coordinates fired on United Colonies craft. You're cleared to use lethal force if necessary. Sounds to me like there's a place here in the Vanguard for you. So, let's get you that probationary mission, shall we? I'm here all day if you've got something else on your mind. What? Nah. Sol system is as quiet as a coffin. It'll be fine.
Sanan faced her punishment, so I wouldn't worry there. She may not officially be with the UC anymore, but that doesn't mean we can't help her.
Spacers were seen not far from the report site, so there are most likely aggressors. That's not going to look good for your results. At all. A terror? What? How did you walk away with the terramorph tissue sample running comms repairs? What happened to the settlers? Sounds like you're just the type of pilot the Vanguard's looking for. Word is he's got some fancy metal ornament he's been showing off to the old grounders. Matches that description Sarah gave me. Guess that's why I'd heard the name before. If she's former Xeno warfare, though, well, we can at least be sure she knows her aliens. Not great. Not terrible, but not great. Give it your all out there. Supra et Ultra. Now, only thing left is getting you that probationary mission. But the place is a hike. So it well could be pirates or spacers have finally realized there are actually people out there now. Can't spell Marines without Martian. Navy pilot joke. Something wrong with the exam?
Chief Harith will be able to give you more specifics, but UC wants to make sure your ship's as fit for duty as you as.
These missions are straightforward. Proceed to the location, kill the critter before it can do any more harm. All right, clear Tier 3.
Just generally see if we think you can hack it up there.
But in the Vanguard, we're serious about our take-all-comers policy, regardless of their past. A test of preparation and thoroughness. Two traits the Vanguard values highly. Crimson Fleet decided to rear their ugly heads. Make them regret it.
Sinan.
The displays in the orientation hall are all optional, but encouraged if you're not all that familiar with UC history.
So, of course, it was designed to let you show off your chops in both categories.
If she thinks this is important, it probably is. So, does she tell you why exactly she wants that sample delivered? Sarah, good to see you. Who's your friend? There is also an Admiral Sinan. Folks called him Victus, who was executed at the war's end, that I think she might be related to.
Does she now?
Scores weren't bad, just killing that robot tacked on some probationary time before the higher-ups think you'll be ready.
Luckily, I'm one step ahead of you. Not sure there's actually a lot to tell. It's only had people on it for 20-odd years, only by reputation. During the Colony War, she was a person in charge of tracking down alien species for the UC to deploy on the battlefield. Oh, and if you got a bounty, well, you're gonna have to make things right with the UC before we'll let you join. Clear Tier 5, huh? Damn impressive. I really need to know what happened out there. Here's what I got for you two. Vanguard volunteer by the name of Moera. Helps patrol the old neighborhood. Sol, Mars, Neptune, you know. Vanguard work is as needed. When we've got jobs, we'll make them available to you. But the work itself, well, it runs the gamut. Fantastic. Then just follow me, which is why they're sending us. And certainly never giving one orders. All while earning your way to UC citizenship. Put in the time, and citizenship is guaranteed. Hey, Vanguards risk their lives every day to keep people safe. So what if he doesn't understand whatever this fancy thing of yours is? Nothing pressing currently. Check back later. Hopefully we'll have something for you by then. Any captain can join, regardless of origin. Get to fly your own ship and earn credits as you help the people in the most distant reaches of the United Colonies. Fresh out of targets. Check back later. I'm sure one will rear its ugly head eventually. Hey, you're a Vanguard now. I don't want to see any disrespect of a fellow soldier. Demeans the whole organization. We'll have you working your way to UC citizenship in no time.
Managed to hack base control board as well. Got future science liaison written all over you.
That's the spirit. Hey now, this is important work. No comms means we're walking in there blind. Still going with that one, huh? Why don't you take some time to figure out what you really want, all right? Was just about to start going through your numbers. You ready to hear how you did? It's definitely a lifestyle, burning helium out there. Seeing where the stars take you.
Take some time, spend some credits, and we'll get you out there again soon. So, you ready to hear it then? So you said. Want to tell me how you walked away with a terramorph tissue sample dropping off a set of antennas? What happened to the settlers?
Earned yourself some serious hazard pay on this one. Well, let's get to it then. Now, raise your right hand. So, you ready to head out? I had lined up another mission for you, supporting UC system defense against the Crimson Fleet. They're the division responsible for combating the Crimson Fleet, fighting pirates. You watch yourself out there, Captain. Good. Been looking for someone to pick up a bug. Fair enough. Hey now, no one's being forced into servitude here. Up for some flying? The creation of the Vanguard was an acknowledgement by the brass that maybe not all the galaxy's greatest pilots went through a UC flight school. Get out there and clean house with that morph. Unless there was something you needed from me. No one clears Tier 6, even with the debug tools. Should be damn proud of yourself. Just getting those coordinates to you now. Critter cleanup coming up. Certain in-demand jobs get there faster than others. But if you enlist with us and put in your time, we guarantee to get you there. Understood? Come back if you change your mind. This, has been one of the more surprising debriefs I've ever been a part of.
So then, should we get to administering that oath?
United Colonies Volunteer Fleet. Independent captains enlist, get to use their own ships, and the UC provides them with sustained work and credits. Only 5 years. You showed real potential in there. We want to make sure you're fighting on our side. Even authorized me to offer you a bonus in addition to your signing advance. All right, I'll let it slide. No good for the recruiting office to be seen arguing with the civs anyway. Okay. Not usually the part people bail at, but, I guess it can wait. Sometimes you might be backing up SysDef as they rid the world of some Crimson Fleet pirates. Now, unless there's something else to report, I suggest you move out. Jump to that spot and clean house. The report mentioned some settlers bought the facility from the Ag office for next to nothing a couple of years back.
A terror morph? Alone. Damn. Look, I don't usually do this, but, here. We'll call it, a bonus. For extreme valor.
Skip the murals altogether, huh? Let's get to the details. Navy doesn't have room for folks that'll fall apart the first time they're trying to outrun a homing missile. Your credits and merchant discount should all be processed. But you'll have to check in with the Aphelion real estate office to get access to the penthouse.
But if Hadrian Sinon thinks the sample needs to get to Mars, then we're going to make sure it gets to Mars.
That's mine! Give it back! Just mull it over. This has been one of the more surprising debriefs I've ever been a part of. We're the United Colonies Volunteer Fleet.
We presented a series of problems. We solved them via the prescribed methods. Shows you're capable of getting the job done as requested.
No one clears Tier 6. I should be damn proud of yourself. We try to set a high bar, so that's no small feat. Nice work. If you're interested, we could bring you on as a provisional member today. Oh, well, no. UC citizenship is earned through service to the UC. Should have covered that in your civics classes. Hit every mural in the orientation hall, huh? Just be smart out there. Don't want you getting banged up too bad on your first hunt. Super et ultra, Captain.
Well. Found multiple alternate solutions to the sectors. Not bad at all. Displays lateral thinking, creativity. Examiners like that.
Need someone to investigate a couple problem ships out in UC space? She ran the UC Xeno Warfare Group until she was dismissed at the end of the Colony War, when they banned the practice. That, doesn't bode well. Please raise your hand. I couldn't agree more, friend. But it's also not a choice we force anyone to make either. Certainly seems that way. You know the drill. Find the critter, make it litter. Here we go. Now, can you tell me what she said about that sample? Come around then? Ready to start your journey towards becoming a full captain in the UC Vanguard? Any chance to bag some bugs, right? Well, I can provide. Let me just check my logs.
Now, unless there was something else to report, I'd suggest you get to Mars, Captain.
Get you those coordinates? Done. I've already gone ahead and processed your Class 1 benefits. All UC goods and services should now have a thanks for protecting the colonies discount. Don't worry, this will be quick. You did. But your exam score and how you got there factor into how long you're going to have to serve to get your citizenship. Captain, this is one of the stranger mission debriefs I've ever been a part of.
Yes. Still need to tell me who it was that asked you to make this delivery with all the settlers dead.
If it isn't the Vanguard's next great recruit. You ready to sign up? Help the people of the UC? You can just call him SysDef. Everyone else does. The Vanguard uniform is a symbol of our dedication to the cause of United Colony security.